Hey everyone, it's Allison from Determined to Shine, and welcome to my August 2020 favorites video. I am super excited to connect with you guys tonight and share with you some of what's been going on for me in the month of August, the stuff I loved, and yeah, just general awesomeness. Let's go! Favorites time! Real talk, August was a hard month. Determined to Shine is all about using tools, our spiritual connection, tarot and oracle cards, creativity, etc. to find joy even in the hard times. And August was a hard month and a lot went a little bit crazy. But that didn't stop me from finding some joy in some fun things. And so I'm going to share those with you. Favorites! Let's start with stickers because I love them. I got this sticker book from Amazon. It is 1,000 plus totally rainbow, super colorful, fun and bright stickers. Series 3. And this is obviously made for children, but it was very affordable and I like rainbow, colorful, fun and bright stickers. So I decided to get it and I was pretty pleasantly surprised. There's a lot of pretty fun stuff in here that I'm looking forward to diving into. I haven't played with it yet, actually, because I wanted to show it to you guys first, but how cute is this, right? Like, there are some definite, like, winners in here. Like, I'm totally here for these. Like, sloth mermaid, fox unicorn pegasus thing, roller skating panda unicorn. A roller skating panda unicorn. I'm here for it. It's just a lot of cute stuff. For the price, totally worth it. I mean, I've been very, there's a lot in here. I'm not showing you every page, but there's a ton. It's a pretty good size. So, rainbow stickers. Yay! I got 3 new pads of stickers from Michaels in their Recollections brand, and I actually really like Michaels stickers, especially if you can get them on sale, which you always should, at least with a coupon. So I got this Follow the Rainbow set, and it has like foil llama corns. And can you guys sense like a theme in the kind of stickers I like? Like what is? Well, look at this! It's another panda corn. He's not roller skating. He's just eating bamboo. But I'll take it, right? There are a couple pages that are the same, but most of them are different. Lots of narwhals, unicorns, magic. Awesome. Love it. And I got the Too Kawaii for You set. Very fun. I'll be using all of these in my art journals, in my tarot journals. I know it seems silly, but I promise I will. And I'll be showing those. You'll probably see them come up many times in the coming month. Especially this set. This is the Shine Bright set. Now, my name is Allison Bright, and I own a business called Determined to Shine. So anytime anything says Shine Bright, I'm like all in. I have to have it. It doesn't even matter what it is. But when it's astrology stickers, even more, right? And I just thought these were super cute. So I'm excited to use them. These are actually going to go super well with my new, like, master tarot journal that I'm building that I'm excited to show you guys maybe next month. I don't know if it's going to be quite ready this month, but it's really fabulous. So those are my new stickers, and stickers make me happy, and they bring me joy. So I'm here for it. Favorites! Let's talk about books! So my reading in August pretty much fell off. I was dealing with a lot of stuff, as I mentioned, and it's really hard for me to read when I'm struggling, especially to read fiction, but even nonfiction, I just couldn't hold my focus well this month. And so I went to the 2 forms of books or words on pages that always kind of help pull me back into my reading habits, and those are graphic novels and poetry. I think because they're more easily digested, so to speak, and it doesn't take the same attention or focus, and so I can read them at my own pace and I can still really enjoy them. And then usually after a couple things, I can kind of get myself back into the groove. So I've been reading more in September. I'm excited to share more with you in the favorites video for next month. But for this month, I have 2 main books to share. The graphic novel is Mara Tidebreaker by Danielle Page, and this is a superhero comic. Mara is the wife of Aquaman. And what was cool about this is that Danielle Page is a really popular young adult book author, and DC Comics hired her and actually a whole bunch of young adult authors to do a bunch of graphic novels around some of these characters that are not as known in the universe, or to provide a different take. So this really is like this amazing coming of age story of this mermaid princess. And I could see myself in her at times, of course, because obviously I'm a mermaid princess, right? And I thought it was really beautiful the way they did the color. Like it's all kind of this green undersea tones except for her red hair, which is just really, really beautiful. And I really loved this story. So if you like graphic novels, if you like superheroes, if you like Aquaman, aka Jason Momoa, this one's for you. The second book I have is poetry, and it is The She Book by Tanya Markle. No exaggerations, this book changed my life. Everyone needs to buy it immediately. Links in the description. Everything I'm showing you, links in the description box. She has a volume 2 as well, which you'll hear about in next month's favorites video. Every time I flipped to a poem in this book, my soul like burst open. There were a couple of times, there was one poem, it was 3 lines, and I wept because it touched me so deeply and it healed me so deeply. The back of the book says, "May you lean into the changes and cycles you are being called towards. May you find the courage to trust, love, and accept yourself and shout yes to the burn of transformation. This is where you enter. This is where you stop resisting. This is where you shoot out of the cracks you've fallen into. This is where the waiting ends and a new you is born. There's no going back. May you lean in. May you lean in." Lean in, friends. To this book and buy it or read it or buy it and read it. I don't care. You have to have this book. Okay, so I have a silly thing to show you, which is Crazy Erin's Thinking Putty. This is the flamingo feathers color. It's actually color changing. So if I warm it up in my hands, or apparently put it in the freezer, it will change colors. So this is essentially, grown-up silly putty. It comes in all kinds of colors and textures and sparkles and scents. This one was a gift from a boy who loves me, and it's really helped me a lot during Zoom calls. I have a lot of Zoom calls. I'm a life coach. I teach online a lot, and my hands like to be busy. And I do better if I'm moving. Like, I should be playing with it on the screen because I'm playing with it down here. You can't see it. But it's so helpful to me to have something that my hands can play with, especially because my hands hurt a lot and because of MS, and it tends to help them if I'm moving and using them versus just holding still. So I love my thinking putty. It's great for Zoom calls because you can just pop it down here and no one will have any idea that you're playing with putty in your hands. You're just like, oh, look at my beautiful face. Silly putty! Ah! So, I highly recommend Crazy Erin's Thinking Putty if you are a person who likes to fidget and wants something to play with. Plus, it's just fun when you're watching TV or anything you're doing, and it does kind of move. Like, it's always silly to me how silly, like, I just shove it back in the tin like this and I'll close it up, and in an hour it'll be totally flat and smooth in there. So that is Crazy Erin's Thinking Putty. Get yours today. All right, so I have one more category, and then we're gonna head over to my desk and I will show you the decks and divination tools I used in August. So we're gonna talk about memories. Okay, I keep thinking of August as a month where nothing happened, but actually 2 really big things happened, and both of them changed my life profoundly and probably permanently. So saying that it was a quiet month is actually pretty wrong. So the first one is that I led my first online Reiki certification course. So we had a whole bunch of women online, and I was able to give them their Holy Fire Reiki 1 and 2 placements. And what that essentially means, if you're in the Reiki world, you know what I'm talking about. If you're new to Reiki, or you're like, what even is Reiki? Here's the thing. So Reiki is a healing life force energy that we have the ability as humans to access and channel and deliver to ourselves and others for stress relief, magic, and emotional healing. And what was so awesome is there was a lot of physical healing and pain relief in our group as well. We had 2 people who'd been dealing with chronic pain for multiple years that reported total pain relief on the first day. And I just, that blew my mind, because in both cases they had not felt relief in one case 2 years, and in one case 9 years. And so Reiki is just magic. And it was this total close-knit group where we just spent 2 days together healing and growing and sharing, and it was bliss and magic, and it's probably one of my favorite things I've ever taught. And I was so excited to see that teaching Reiki online, for me, it was even more powerful than teaching it in person, which I can't quite explain except to say that Reiki and Holy Fire Reiki is magical, powerful energy. And so, yeah, it just changed my mind. So it is becoming now a regular part of Determined to Shine, which is awesome. So if you're interested in Reiki, check the boxes below. I have a couple of things. I have a free class coming up in just a couple days from when I'm releasing this video. So if you're interested, jump on that really quickly. You'll have a chance to learn more about what Reiki is and how it works. And then I will be offering Reiki level 1 and 2 training again in October, and the registration link for that is also below. And it's gonna be amazing. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Sorry, okay. You know I had to sing and dance, right? That's just a thing with me. Anyway, the other thing that happened, this is emotional to talk about. I bought myself a wheelchair because I have MS and I don't always walk very well. And I was planning a trip to Washington, D.C. with a couple of friends. If you saw my Hope Isn't Canceled video, you've heard part of this story. Didn't pan out due to COVID and someone in our group getting exposed. So I didn't get to go on my trip, and instead spent 14 days in quarantine, which is why I think of August as a month that didn't happen. But I bought myself a wheelchair, and that was emotional and intense and awesome, because it's pink and because it was taking charge of my life and my situation, because I knew that there are times that I can't walk long distances and that I can't walk well in heat, even with my canes, and that my experience is going to be better with a wheelchair. My life, my quality of life, my quality of my joy, the amount of joy I experience can all be enhanced by the fact that I now own a wheelchair for myself. But it was very strange and emotional to do that, because of course it was, right? Like, how is it not? And it's so funny to me because, you know, with MS, I live in this place where sometimes my body is fine and sometimes it's like super not. And the day it arrived, I was feeling really strong. So I actually got it, you know, unboxed and assembled on my own for days when I can't walk. So it was a little bit trippy in that way, but I have a wheelchair for myself now. What can I say? I bought a wheelchair. It was a big deal. It was scary. It was awesome. I'm glad I have it. And sometimes we have to do hard things to take care of ourselves. And so that's what I did. I bought a wheelchair. Okay. Let's go to the table. So let's have a look at my favorite decks for August. So my most used deck, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because I've shown it many times on this channel, is my Mermaid Tarot by Lisa Robertson. This is probably my most trusted deck, and that surprised me when I got this. I wasn't expecting it to become my favorite magical truth deck, but it is nonetheless the one I go to over and over again when I want really accurate readings and for the cards to just tell it like it is. I've edged this in a gorgeous teal. I keep it in this awesome bag from Third Eye Tarot Bags on Etsy. And yeah, I've talked about it before, so I don't need to talk about it again, but I did just for a minute because I love it so much. So this deck is the Animal Kin Oracle by Sarah Wilder, and this was new to me in August. I finally grabbed a copy. I found one on a buy-sell trade site. It's a really nice deck from Hay House, really beautiful full guidebook. You know, just basic, not anything color or that exciting, but pretty chunky. And it is 65 cards. And they are divided, it took me a little bit to figure this out, but by like earth, air, water, and sky. And I really like, well, here's the card back, I'll show you. And then I really like that the card borders are different. And when I first saw this deck, I didn't know that I needed it because I have so many animal decks, but I love animal decks, but it just kind of kept singing to me a little bit. So finally I just decided to go for it, and I've been so glad I did. It's a lovely complement to a lot of tarot decks that I have, and I think it just really, look at that elephant. It's just so beautiful. So yeah, definitely encourage you guys to check this one out if you like animal decks, and the messages in the guidebook are fantastic as well. So this is the Fairy Tale Oracle by Lucy Cavendish with art from Jasmine Beckett Griffith. And this is not at all a new deck for me. This is actually was one of the first Oracle decks I ever owned. Like probably maybe the second or third deck that I ever bought. And I actually pulled it out because I was thinking of rehoming it because I have almost all of Jasmine Beckett Griffith's decks, and I felt like I didn't need this one that much. Here's the guidebook. I'll show you that. And so I was going to get rid of it, but I decided to do just a quick reading with it. And I pulled this Rapunzel Liberation card. And it spoke like directly to my soul about what I was dealing with, how I was feeling, what I needed in that moment. Rapunzel is my favorite fairy tale princess. But more than that, the message of the card was just like right on. So it decided to stick around because it gave me just what I needed in that moment. And I read with it a couple of other times this month in August, and it just continued to show up, which is interesting because this deck in the past of all of Jasmine Beckett Griffith's decks was the one I connected with the least. And so I was just like, oh, I'll let it go. It'll be fine. I've never been that connected to it. And all of a sudden it just like reached out and grabbed my soul in a really intense way. So the Fairy Tale Oracle lives to see another day here at Allison's house at Determined to Shine. But yeah, fairly standard Blue Angel presentation, the 2-part box with the larger guidebook and the cards, but was really very touched by this. I kept it out for a while and probably will continue to because, yeah, oh boy, was it just what I needed. So I've been very happy that I had this deck, and, you know, sometimes it's fun to rediscover old decks in your collection and see what they have to offer you. Next up is the Muses of Tarot. I'm not gonna go into a whole bunch on this because I did a whole big video on it, which I will link for you. But it is a gorgeous, gorgeous set. Look at this book. Oh, so beautiful. And these cards continue to deliver powerful experiences for me. So this deck, you know, has its own system. It has a lot of neat pieces to it. These are altar cards. And then there's invocation cards and chakra cards. Here, those are the chakra cards. And so I encourage you just to check out that other video if you want to learn more about this deck, because I don't want to take up a bunch of time on it just because I have already done a full big walkthrough. But I encourage you to check this out. I think it was probably one of the best releases of the past several years in the world of tarot. It's unique, it's amazing, and I'm super in love with it. So I did want to mention it again because it was absolutely one of my favorite things, but just run and check out that video if you want to see more. Also joining my collection this month is the Spacious Tarot, and this is the second edition. When this deck first came out, it didn't really grab me at all. And then like all of a sudden I felt like I had to have it. And so here it is. The Spacious Tarot, for those of you who aren't familiar with it, it says this space is for you. The idea is that you can essentially step into the card. There are no people on these cards, and the idea is that you are the person. You are the Emperor, you are the Hierophant, you are the Lovers, you are Strength, you are the Hermit. Like, what does that mean? And I love it because I can imagine myself stepping into this card and picking up the lantern. And so I've actually loved it far more than I ever expected to. Oh, look at that. And so I've really been thoroughly enjoying it. And it's fantastic for meditation because you can pull yourself into the card, so to speak. So yeah, I really love it. The quality is superb, really pretty. You know, it's a nice card stock. I don't shuffle well because of my hands, so I don't like to show shuffling because it's not really beneficial for anyone. I will probably edge this. I don't usually edge indie decks, but that's just begging for some blue, don't you think? I think so. So, yeah, but I was very happy I got this in the end, and I'm really happy that the creator offered a second edition because this is going to be one of my most powerful meditation decks, I can tell. Next to join my collection is the Amulet Friends Oracle by Holly Simple, and I haven't seen many videos on this yet, so shout out if you want one, but I thought I'd go ahead and show it here. It just came in. Allow nature to guide you. It says on both sides. Holly Simple did the Holly Simple Tarot as well as the Fuzzy Prism Oracle, and this is her latest deck. I will be honest, like I backed this on Kickstarter, like what feels like a million years ago. It came almost a year late. Like the original estimated delivery was October of 2019, and I just got it. So I was a little worried that might sour me on the deck, but it definitely hasn't. The guidebook's pretty fun. It's got just a little bit, an affirmation and space for notes. And it really is everything I was hoping it would be. I like that it comes in this orange bag inside the box. I think that's a neat touch. Here's the card back. It's a nice linen cardstock, and the cards are, you know, if you've seen Holly Simple decks before, it's what you'd expect. And I notice I'm flipping these like I'm preparing to do a full walkthrough, and I'm not going to do that. Look at beingness. I love that. Be still. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to do this briefly because you know me. I'll want to show you every card. So it's quirky and weird and super colorful and everything I want from a Holly Simple deck. But I really encourage you to check it out if you like her work. I love this Grace card. I'm really excited it finally came in. It's one of those ones that
you've ever waited a really long time for a deck, you can almost, like, you wait, and then you kind of, like, give up on it. I'd kind of given up on it. So when it finally arrived, I was like, wait, what? I really do get to have this deck after all this time? So I'm excited to play with it. And if you want a whole walkthrough on this with all the cards and a more full review and a artsy project or an intuitive reading, let me know and I'll do it for you, because I'll do whatever you guys want. No, I'm not kidding. I'm kidding. I won't do everything. But yeah, it's really fun. I'm very happy with it. And I was really excited for it to finally join my collection this month. And the last deck I'm going to show you is a little bit of a cheat, because I technically got it on September 1st. So this is not a true August deck, but I was looking forward to it through all of August, and it came September 1st, and I dove right in. So I'm going to show it to you anyway. This is the Tarot of the Divine. If you want to see a full walkthrough of this video, just hop up to that YouTube search box, because everybody's posting them. This is a hot, popular deck. It is gorgeous. Here are the card backs. It's a linen cardstock. I've seen some complaints about that, but you guys, this is, to me, an independent quality deck for mass market price. I think I paid $15 or $16 for this. It was under 20 bucks with the Amazon pre-order price guarantee. And these cards are beautiful. They're still in order because I made deck study with this one. So I'm just kind of figuring out how I want to do that. But I love it. They're gorgeous. I think the quality is fantastic. I love this Two of Cups. And I was just really excited to get it. And so I just decided to share it with you. I'm just, every time I look at it, I feel like I see something new. I think it'll be a favorite. It may turn into my favorite fairy tale deck. Each of these cards is based on a fairy tale, which I'll talk about more in a second. But I just think it's absolutely beautiful, and highly recommend it, especially if you're looking for a fairy tale deck, or you just want to, like, you have that itch for a new deck and want something really beautiful, but need something that's in a better, more affordable price point, because this is a steal. Yeah, the retail is only $19.99, and you can find it online significantly cheaper. So, I mean, I just don't think you can lose. The guidebook just gives you a little bit of a paragraph just about what it is, and then upright and meaning reversed. And then under the card name, it does give you, like, the name of the fairy tale that it's based on, but not really anything about the fairy tale. So, like, here the star, of course I picked this one, says sister that and brother Ivanushka from Russia. It's a Russian fairy tale. Talks about the star card, gives you upright and reversed meanings. Now, there was also separately released this gorgeous hardcover book. And this is real pretty. And so I got this because this goes into those fairy tales in more depth. So if you want to, you know, learn more about the fairy tale, like we were just looking at the one on the star card, which was this one. So page 151. Favorites time. August 2020. Okay. Then you would get the whole fairy tale and the card image. Some people have bought just the book. Some people have bought just the deck. I really wanted both, like the Legendary Ladies Goddess deck and book. I think this is a set that's best served by having both. It does not say anything about the deck in here, so you do have to look for the fairy tale name, though I've seen a couple people post like helpful cheat sheets in some of the Facebook groups I'm in, so that's always a choice too. But really beautiful book, really beautiful deck. I think the book it retails for $18, and I think I paid $15 or so for that as well. So still very, very affordable set. And again, a bit of a cheater because that was a September 1st deck, so you might see it again next month. I'm probably not going to do a full walkthrough and review on this just because so many people have. If you really want me to, let me know. But if you want to see more of this, I just encourage you to search YouTube. So thank you everyone for being here with me in the month of September for my August favorites video. Again, be sure to check out the description box for the links to everything I've shown you. Check out those, my free Reiki class coming up. It's called Reiki for Hope. We're going to have it in just a couple days. It's going to be so amazing. And then there's a Reiki training coming up in October. I've got an online retreat in September, and I would love for you to join me, just for some days of healing, 'cause I think it's going to be a really powerful couple of months. So as always, sending you so very much love. Thank you for being on my channel. If you liked this video, please leave a comment, like this video, hit that little bell, and subscribe, and do all those things that help out my YouTube channel and every YouTube channel if you enjoy their content. And yeah, thanks for being you, and until next time, I hope that you remain determined to shine, because the world needs your light. So sending you so much love from my heart to yours, and I will see you next time. Bye!